Brad, read all this stuff.
A very small percentage of individuals may experience epileptic seizures when exposed to certain light patterns or flashing lights.
Don't I know it? Oh, well, all right.
That, I like. Okay, first of all, I really like companies that do little custom versions of their logo intro for every game they do.
Yeah.
That might be the best one
It's pretty good.
that I've seen ever.
Yeah.
That one was really good.
The Red Lynx one, I'm not super hot on.
That was all right.
It's fine.
That was all right, but the UB one,
Yeah.
top shelf. I hear this game is not
This is Trials of the Blood Dragon.
from the top shelf.
Maybe not. It's $15. This is the PlayStation 4 version. It's out on Xbox One and PC as well. I think it's meant to be 20, but maybe it launched on sale or PlayStation Plus prices or
Weird.
Steam launch prices or something like that. But I saw it for 15 out there at the moment. It's a Trials game. Remember Far Cry Blood Dragon?
Kinda.
They took the elements of that, and in fact, this is a sequel to that.
Hang on, is this a Trial sequel or a Blood Dragon sequel?
It's a Blood Dragon sequel.
So does that make this a Far Cry game?
No, it establishes Blood Dragon as its own franchise
Okay.
that merely gloms on to other Ubisoft games.
So it's-
First Far Cry and now Trials.
So Blood Dragon is a parasite
Yeah.
in the Ubisoft family?
Exactly.
Okay.
And so this is a Trials game with a bunch of story stuff.
Okay, that could go one of two ways, based on
It
past.
went the other way.
Okay.
I'll
Based-
say.
You know, Trials has made some goofy attempts at storytelling in the past.
Yeah. This goes further with that stuff, and to the point where I feel like it kind of gets in the way of the biking, the actual video game.
Yeah.
Which, you know, there's something to be said for the style approach that a Blood Dragon takes. I liked it a lot in Far Cry Blood Dragon. I think it's not done as well here.
Kind of into this Saturday morning cartoon kind of presentation.
Yeah,
This is all right.
that kind of permeates a lot of it. You play as the two children of Rex Power Colt.
Oh, that's the dude, right?
The main character from the previous game. This is set like 9 years after the fact or something like that, and I don't know, bikes. And so yeah, this is your menu. This is where you go to select levels, and there's a bunch of other stuff around here. You can pick different music. There are sticker packs that you get to get cool. That's the one sticker I have. Oh wait, no, I've got another pack. So let's open up. Cyber Dwarf.
Okay.
All right.
These abs are out of this world.
Yeah. Those are the only two stickers I had. Roller Brain, Cyber Dwarf. Every time you level up, I think you get a sticker pack, and then also you on this leaderboard. Oh wait, where's my Inner Beast? I picked Full Metal Francis, and it evolves as you finish levels.
And to what end?
I think it's the
I should
icon
say.
that shows up when
Oh,
you are a ghost in
okay.
someone else's game.
So it doesn't really do anything for you?
No, I think the actual answer is to no end. I'll start with one of the earlier levels here, Vietnam War 4, just to kind of get a sense for, you know, what this thing's doing. The story-heavy levels in the previous Trials game really the story would get in the way a lot, or it would be because you're repeating the levels so frequently to do it with no faults that
12
it
years ago, I fell for a lady, Dr. Elizabeth Darling.
kind of just
Most beautiful woman I
becomes
ever saw.
repetitive.
Sure.
This
We got
game
married,
starts right there.
Had twins together.
Of like
a boy and a
tons of
girl.
dialogue as you're racing these
Girl's name's
motorcycles,
Roxanne.
and it's
She's
just
a smart one.
kind of lame.
You want something done stealthy with a light touch? You call her. And the boy here, Slater, best rider I've ever seen.
Slater. Good 80s name.
Yeah.
A hell of a shot. 9 years ago, it all went to shit. My wife disappeared, left me, left us.
Is that-
Not even a note.
Michael Biehn.
that
I mean,
him?
he was in the previous
Oh,
game.
I know that. but I mean, did they get him back?
I did not look at the credits, so I can't say one way. Probably.
Does that sound like him?
If it's not him, it's a good sound alike, good enough sound alike.
Yeah.
She was gone.
What exactly does Michael Biehn have going on these days?
Everything.
Like, really?
Oh, yeah.
Like, actually?
I mean, I don't know the man. He could be doing all kinds of stuff.
The Rex Colt you knew is no more.
Not entirely sure that his career has flourished, but
Came along to take care of them once I was gone.
You know, what's a career anyway? At this point, he's probably done quite well for himself. Maybe he just hangs out.
was that not actual Sergeant Slaughter?
No, that is a Sergeant Slaughter-looking
That
figure.
dude, that is no.
Is named General Ryback, which is
that's-
even crazier because Ryback is a wrestler.
That's okay, I guess, but like,
I don't.
I couldn't be proud.
I feel like you could change at least one thing on your look-alike
They did. They changed
so-
the name. They named it after a different wrestler.
So as not to invite copyright infringement. Let's see. I don't believe that Mike Bean has been up too much
You don't know?
in the last few years.
Maybe he's into a garden now, you know? Like what?
He was in Aliens Colonial Marines.
Okay, well, there's that, I guess.
Corporal Colt, this mission is of the utmost importance. Some of our soldiers have
So some of this is just trials.
Yeah, some of this is definitely just trials.
Okay.
America. We leave
Occasionally you have missions where you can use the right stick to fire a gun while you're riding the bike. But there are a lot of missions that kind of take the trials like engine and extend it in ways that it wasn't necessarily intended to be extended.
That last Fusion DLC had some of that.
Yeah, this really leans into that where there's a lot of well, not a lot, but there's on-foot stuff that is
We destabilize the region enough.
0% fun, I would say.
Show us damn face, and after that,
Yeah, that awesome Max DLC ended with a boss fight that seemed like a very ominous portent for where Trials might be going.
it all comes down to
Yeah,
It was just like, these mechanics were not built for this.
right,
This
and
is
it's like
not
on one hand,
super great.
it's cool that it is even capable of that. Like
Yeah.
it's kind of clever, and
But-
oops, oh well,
But you don't want that to be the core progression of your Trials game.
yeah.
Like that should be a side mode or something.
Well, so we'll accept the fault here and just to see it level through. But I shouldn't have wrecked there. You see the timer counts down instead of
Yeah.
up, which is weird. Like some of the scoring and stuff that you'll see here now that I finished the level, I think is just kind of gets in the way. Also, this stuff, like I don't know, I like a good little bit of FMV thrown in, some fake commercial work. I think that some of that stuff. I think that's a cool idea, but in a game where you just want to retry the level over and over again to be
Yeah.
better on the leaderboard, because that's what Trials is, it all just seems out of place.
Some of us are studying for our next mission.
Some of us are studying for our next mission.
Also, I think all this
Whatever you
VO
say,
is
Mom.
I'm not
god
your
awful.
Mom, I'm your sister.
Okay, that was totally badass.
If you'd studied, you'd have known how to dodge that.
You know, sis, for a total nerd, you're all right.
And for a bratty younger brother,
By 6 minutes.
you're okay too.
Yeah, I don't know about these people.
Yeah, I think the voice acting is real rough. I think the art style is kind of lame. Not a fan.
I kind of like Full Metal Francis though.
Yeah, that's why there were 3 choices you have to choose, and it's a hard choice because there were some other options in the starters that I thought were pretty good.
All right, I need to see one of these on foot levels.
All right, let's see. Time to okay. That's a shooting and driving. Okay, I think this is an on foot level.
I'll give him credit for trying something new, trying to breathe some life into Trials, which has been kind of spread thin.
Yes,
Over the last couple years?
absolutely.
Like
I think that there's more to do, and I think Trials is a great foundation. And I think it's funny to take Trials and make a Blood Dragon thing.
Yeah.
I think that it's funny to make a sequel to Blood Dragon.
The concept,
Jumped over the fence
when they first
and
announced it, I was
rode
like,
the tap away,
yeah, okay. But like my favorite Trials has always just been like pure Trials, you know, just like actual. Oh wow.
So I can crouch.
Oh boy. You weren't
Speed
kidding.
was something you never heard of. Discreet.
Somehow, even when you said there was on foot stuff, I still envisioned it as like on foot by way of the Trials mechanics, like you would
enemy spotted.
constantly be moving forward like a motorbike or something.
Nope.
But this is just straight up platforming.
And it all
And
feels
like
awful.
and it looks, it doesn't look great.
It's really bad.
And this is part of the. Well, I mean, I saw it.
Yes,
on the
this
menu.
is like level
part of
2
the
or something.
core
This is
story
this
progression.
is you will do this in order to play Trials. Oops, man.
Yeah, because I was just about to say, like, my favorite Trials has always just been when it's just pure motorbike racing and like competing against your friend's ghosts.
Security level 4 reached.
Like,
Yeah,
the-
like when I like that they insert stuff on the side, even though some of that story stuff has not been, great in the past. Like I like that they're going for it and doing things around the edges. But this sucks. This is not fun in any way. This is real bad.
Security level 5 reached and door open. Okay, Rox, you're almost there.
Any idea how long this thing is?
I
Or how
don't.
many-
I don't actually know.
How many levels there are?
Yeah.
Because my only real knock against Fusion was the trick stuff, which isn't terrible, but isn't really what you want out of Trials.
Right.
Like it was, but also that stuff is a significant minority of that game. You know,
Right.
like maybe a tenth of the levels, or probably less, is trick based.
I would have thought that maybe by the time they were done with DLC, that maybe that number would have gone up, but I don't actually know.
If anything, like I didn't dig too deeply into all of the DLC packs, but if
Yeah.
anything, I feel like they de-emphasized the trick stuff as those packs went on.
Yeah, that stuff was not great. Like a great idea. I totally get
I
why
was-
you would want to
I
do
was
it.
excited when they announced that
Yeah.
stuff and talked about how it would work, but then in practice it wasn't that much fun.
Right.
But the point being, like, I don't know how much Fusion in the season pass is at this point, but like, there's a lot of fucking trials in Trials Fusion.
Right.
If you want a lot of trials, that might be the place to go.
Yeah. Yes, I would much rather. I would rather start that game over from scratch right now, having
Yeah.
played some of those levels, and just play through the core of Trials Fusion again. Than this thing. This thing is.
Yeah, like this just seems a little too stuffed with things that aren't really what you show up to Trials for.
Yeah. And like I can get into a game that is style over substance at times. I just don't think that this style is good enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that it like Far Cry Blood Dragon by the end of it I thought wore a little thin. This thing starts thin and gets thinner.
Yeah.
It's just
That one rocks.
I don't like the art, the voice acting, like all the way they present their stuff. I think is kind of sucky, if I may use a professional term.
Sure.
Is that all? Piece
It's kind of gnarly.
No, well, I mean,
no, I guess. Oh, hang on, wait.
yeah, like okay, there's like I.
I am all about fake commercials.
Yes,
like I
if it was just Metal Gear Solid 4
like
the whole time.
Like I have watched SNL Goes commercial numerous times.
Sure.
I love that shit. But like when you why do you break into the middle of your show for like half a second?
It doesn't even, it doesn't necessarily look like a videotape that you were trying to pause the commercials out of,
Like,
but
what
like
was
their
the-
glitch effect is not VHS-y.
Yeah. What was implied there that you accidentally changed the channel briefly?
I don't have a good in-universe answer.
Yes, I want some realism in my fake commercials.
For their kind of like 90s cartoon thing.
Yeah. Like show me an economy sedan made out of clay.
Sure, yeah.
can
Oh
get-
man,
I can
I
get behind that.
totally blew up that thing, but I blew it up too late. So I have to kind of hang back here. Oh god, well, let's back off here. This is a terrible time that I'm getting right now. But anyway, see, I can shoot.
Okay.
That's my point here, is I wanted to just...
Do you have to? Like what?
yeah, there'll be things blocking your way.
Okay.
Oh, let's just...
I mean, I only ask if you have to because like
Opportunity you get, shoot the
at a certain point is this just no longer about like posting good times at all?
Well, it's posting good times and also like getting these
While
shots
also-
off, you know. And sometimes you need to get those shots off to clear a path, or like there will be a turret that will, shoot you and you will fall off your bike if you
Right.
hit. Stuff like that.
Trials is just such a like fiddly, ultra technical game to begin with, though.
These levels don't seem especially
Yeah, I
difficult,
guess- yeah,
so
that's true.
like maybe it gets harder later on if it puts it
Yeah.
all together in a way that might be
looks like you're
kind of lame. But
you're not having to do a lot of bunny hopping or
no,
anything
no.
here.
They don't even. There's no tutorial at the front of this that tells you how to do any of that stuff. You can.
What's that?
When you get into this, you get into here, you can. That's what you get. So they do
Go straight in.
show it. So maybe they'll require it later.
Drive the vehicle
But
directly into the tumor.
honestly, if these levels get too difficult, I think it'll be even further away
I know,
from
right?
the mark they
Can't help it if I
maybe
got
should
all
have been
the
trying to
brains.
hit. And now there's this. So yeah, it feels like a bunch of mods for Trials, where now we're riding
What?
this 8-wheel thing and
Huh. This might be alright.
it's not. It's a little too slow and a little too
I
unwieldy
guess
to
so.
be super exciting.
Does it basically drive like a bike?
yeah.
Can you pop a wheelie?
Yeah, I can lean, do stuff.
I hear a lot of explosions. Are you all alright? All good.
Yeah,
This
maybe
is
I'll
totally
go home
banging.
and fire up Fusion again.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Is maybe I will never play this after we finish recording this video and
Yeah.
just play Fusion again.
Yeah. Revolution, like Trials Evolution.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
Still probably like my favorite Trials, I guess. Definitely kind of feels like where the series peaked.
I think there are things about Fusion that are better than the previous game, but the addition of the trick stuff
Obviously,
is where it kind of...
obviously things got better, but you're hitting diminishing returns when you're on like
Yes.
fifth game or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, come down to it, like Trials HD is probably the most fun I've ever had with a Trials game, just because it was so new at the time.
Sure. So you kind of finish out that poster and go to other motifs. Like Knuckle Duster, which is this weird short homage to Hotline Miami in incredibly specific ways.
That's slightly weird.
Yeah. I guess on something, they're not hiding it.
Yeah.
You're just left with the impression that the people that made this really liked Hotline Miami and wanted to include something to let you know that they really liked Hotline Miami.
Okay. I mean, I can't blame them for liking Hotline Miami.
Yeah, no, it's...
I initiate the hunt. I find the bugs.
Is it anything to do with this phone call, or is it coming up?
Spot on.
You'll find it's pretty explicit.
Okay. I didn't play a ton of that game.
It's explicit in a way that I think you'll...
Always have.
Okay.
You're not going to have needed to have played much of that game.
Okay. I played about 30 minutes.
It's this part right here.
Animal mask.
It's this part right here where he puts on an animal mask.
Okay. All right.
And then there's this, and I'm like, if the rest of if the whole game looked like that,
it says Hotline and Miami in different spots in that shot.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
Yes, I'm very stylish. Knuckle Duster would be a great name for if you were trying to make a Streets of Rage game in this day and age. Call it Knuckle Duster.
Just drive until your beeper starts, beeping.
That's what I would do.
It works better on high ground, so head up.
The only way is up. That's always been my motto.
I can't tell if this is horribly pedantic or not. But you already mentioned it as well. Like just mixing the like analog chromatic aberration, like VHS effects with like digital glitchy stuff.
Yeah,
just rubs me the wrong way.
It's kind of all over the place.
Like pick one.
Yeah.
Like, do you want it to look like an old videotape, or do you want it to look like an internet video?
It's a pastiche of things that I don't think should be pastiched.
Right.
I
No
guess.
beeping? Your bike stalled or something?
I don't feel like I'm some
My shit always works.
glitch effect stalwart,
Sometimes.
but it just at some point it doesn't evoke anything. At some point it's just like, well, I don't know, we put some noise here because we thought it would look cool,
Right.
and they're
That
not
means you're
entirely
close.
wrong,
Now
but
head back to street level first chance you get.
and some of this level design is a little just like rough. A lot of dead ends that are like, oh wait, there's a drop here. Or when I was piloting that big tank thing, it's just like you're just crashing through the walls, and not a lot of sign that that's the right way to go.
Oh, shit.
No, whatever.
Slay, when you arrive, you have to deploy the turbo flip. This will let us stake the place out and tag enemies.
PG.
Oh right, so this has the turbo flip in it, which is this will be a weird. There are levels that are also built around the turbo flip that you can get for Uplay points.
Okay, deploy the turbo
But
flip.
this is the first time you would encounter it in the regular campaign. This is kind of neat. And if they built a game around this thing, it'd be kind of cool, because this has different controls so no matter which way it lands, it still goes. So instead of forward, back, your controls become left, right.
Oh, weird.
So I need to kind of hit left or hit right, depending on which way I'm facing and all that sort of stuff. And
Oh, that seems cool.
they do some stuff here.
Yeah, this seems like the first like genuinely cool and interesting thing. I've
Yeah, so
seen
now I
in
have to hit left to go up
Yeah.
to keep propelling myself up.
Like this is still Trials, but different, you know?
Yeah.
Like it's a twist on Trials, but doesn't lose like what makes Trials cool.
I mean, you can't lose is this
Well,
sort of
yeah, I
thing.
guess
I mean, it becomes more of a speed thing.
Sure.
You can't ever stack, but
Yeah.
but in its own way, that's a neat thing.
Good job, Slay.
All right. Let's go one more level here, because I don't have it in me to play this level.
Why?
From what I remember of it, it's an on-foot level. This is the level that I played for a while, failed a couple of times, and then just said, you know what? I'm not sure that I want to play any more of this
Outside
game.
now. Don't forget, you have to clear each floor and then move up. I'll place charges for the grand finale.
So this is where they start to do
Already
stuff
on it.
like having guards that shoot at you that aren't just, so that one walks out of that door there and will get you if you're not careful.
One hit kill
Yeah.
or death. So
Wow, I feel sorry for the guy who has to vacuum this place.
There's a guy there. That's a lot of shit like that. I'm just like, door open. Oh, the guy's there. You really should have planned this better. I'm like,
Charge
no.
planets. One down, one
You
to
maybe
go.
you guys should have planned it better. I don't know.
Lobby clean.
Fuck. That's fun.
At least you can restart.
Yeah, but now I have a
Same.
fault. Like if you're playing this like Trials,
Oh, yeah.
you would do this fucking over and over again.
Yeah.
This thing that is not fun the first time. Man. So yeah, like trying to get through here with 0 faults. This was the part where I was like, I'm done, man.
Charge planted. Fireworks.
Also,
arranged.
at some point, just keep shooting forever because
Just let me finish mossing up first.
it's better safe than sorry with this stuff.
Looks like I'm on the cooking and packing.
Oh right, I can shoot.
There's turbo plane everywhere.
Damn it. Like at this point, I'm barely paying attention to any of the biking. I'm just kind of just fucking going.
Yep.
Oops. No. And look at how long, like this is a long ass level for being like the 6th level of the game.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to play that, and you know, maybe at some point, I don't know if like them reworking the way the time and scoring stuff worked was a way to try to get people to care less about not making faults, but I don't think it worked.
You did it.
I did it. What did I do? I don't know. I got here and ended the level.
Someone's in a kibble coma. Explosives in place.
Charges are primed and ready.
Rocks, grab the cat.
All right.
You like the internet?
Oh, you know,
Do you like pictures of cats?
I'm kind of
On the
as
internet?
much as I like Full Metal Francis. I don't know that I
Okay.
want more pictures of cats.
So you're into specific cats.
Look, I own a cat, man. I can take pictures
We've
of cats.
identified the location of
Okay, so that's level 8. That means this is the last level of the Knuckle
So
Duster.
are these like these different posters? Are they different episodes?
Yes.
So,
It starts out with just this one. When you finish up this one, the
Okay.
next 2 open up.
Okay, so that's kind of like how
identify the
the
location of the
parts of the last game were subdivided into different areas.
Yeah. So let's look at the first level of this thing and see what it looks like. And yeah, I don't know exactly how many levels are in this game. You know, if you think about it as posters on the wall or costumes in that closet, then maybe there would be 2 more.
Stranger, you enter in a forsaken land, and you are not welcome. Turn around now or suffer the consequences.
Yeah. Sorry, mister, but I have to do this.
Have been warned.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that last bit of DLC for oops, that's wait, no, that's totally not. Was better at being weird than this is.
I kind of almost want to go back and look at that now. I played it, finished it. Don't remember a ton about it except for that boss fight. Yeah, that was the one where they had the unicorn.
Right.
But even the unicorn effectively handled like a bike,
Right.
more or less.
Yeah. Which, you know,
So it
I
wasn't
think
that far off
Like
from
as,
what you're-
as DLC for that Trials game, I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
You know, that's a good goofy gag for a game that already has a ton of levels in the more traditional sense. So, like breaking from that norm within that game at that time seemed totally sensible to me. Whereas like basing this whole game around this stuff, I'm just not really into it, which is too bad. Even though, like I said, even though some of the story stuff in Far Cry Blood Dragon got a little old, like the game itself was just a good bite-sized chunk of the Far Cry mechanics, relatively unfettered with some neat new ideas, and then the story stuff, you could take it or leave it. I think it overall added to it. This, I think the story kind of just gets in the way. And I don't know, the whole thing seems like kind of a bummer. So yeah, you can see those middle two costumes showed up when I unlocked those other two posters.
Okay.
So I'm guessing that there will be 2 more posters worth of stuff. Though if we look at the level count here, and this is 5, 6, 7, and then this one over here is 8, maybe these posters are not especially lengthy.
Yeah.
I got another sticker pack though.
Maybe 15, 20 levels in this thing or something.
Ghosts in the Cell. Looks phony to me.
Sure does.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Oh wait, I have it. Okay, another. Telephones. A lot of phones. Big on the phones here.
Phones were big in the 80s.
Oh yeah. Well, this seems like more 90s-ish.
You think?
I don't. I mean
maybe the colors.
The colors of the red links, like the red links, like baseline.
Okay, sure.
Like that.
Sure.
That had a real.
Definitely a lot of these motifs going on here look like a pair of jams that you might have worn in the 90s.
Yeah. A little Saved by the Bellish kind of thing.
I was totally thinking Saved by the Bell. But yeah, okay, maybe. The cartoony stuff is kind of 80s-ish to me.
Yeah. It's maybe kind of all over the place. But I'd say that about the gameplay also. This whole thing seems like it's all over the place in a way that I don't think plays to the strengths of what I liked about the previous Blood Dragon game and what I like about Trials.
Yeah. I wonder if Red Lynx is going to make something new next.
I don't know.
It feels like they've done so much with Trials that it's kind of getting a little thin, you know? I feel like maybe something...
Yeah.
I'd like to see them do something else.
I wonder, or you know, I wonder if there's something to be gained by like, hey, here's a Trials cross Trackmania, because those games are kind of similar in a way.
Sure.
But
Trials Mania.
Yeah, I don't know how you would do that. That would probably be, I don't know, that probably wouldn't work out. There's also hidden stuff. There's this hidden safe, 5 keys you need to find, and then you probably need to go to some real life clock tower in 80 years and meet somebody to get the 5th key or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, that's Trials of the Blood Dragon.
All right.
I wish I had better news to report on this, but it kind of just bums me out, bro.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yep.